AD&D Tomono Island, Session 7. O.R.B?
Orb. We
Orb?
did
Orb.
O.R.B.
Orb or pig ball?
O.R.B or pig ball? The only question worth asking. Cool, I can't even tell that we're live. The computer says we are, but I don't see us.
We are. I see.
Yeah, I see us.
Oh, you see us? The hell?
Yep.
This stupid iPad's a piece of shit. I can say that because we're not sponsored. Nor will we ever be if I keep saying things like that. Seriously,
Hey, if there's any computer company out there that wants to sponsor my new computer, please let me know. I need it.
Yeah, can guarantee AJ is good shill. Retweets a lot on Twitter and doesn't afraid of anything.
He's gotten me to buy several things I don't need.
Hey, wait! I can tell we're live. I did it.
Yay!
How much of that was flipper juice?
How much?
I'm homeless, but I don't want for flipper juice.
God damn it. Okay, cool. There's all of 3 of us in the chat right now, and most of them are players, and then one of them is a soon-to-be player. Hi, Tristan.
Are we players or playas?
Playas, both. So, secret little cool things for all 2 people in the chat. I installed a mod bot. It's called MooBot, and that makes me happy. There are 4 hidden commands prompted by the exclamation point followed by a word or series of words. If you can figure any of them out tonight, you will have figured them out. And then also maybe you'll get a little story. That's the end of my speech. Dave Pruner.
I got one right.
That's fucked up.
Oh my god.
I'm a little upset that you chose genocide as your first one.
He went with the moo first.
Oh, did he? Oh, you're right. I didn't see that. Hi, Tristan. I suck at this game. Yeah. Okay. Catch us up real quick. What did we miss last session? What kind of nonsense did we enjoy?
Squid did some thieving.
Squid did some thieving.
Yeah, that's true. I saved a goat.
That's true, you did. What the fuck, Josh?
Oh, no.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I got to build a few more in, but this is good. See, this is also like market research. Like, let people plug a bunch of commands in, and then I'm like, oh, I got to add that one. Oh, I got to add that one.
Where else was it going? Twitter.
I do also happen to vaguely kind of remember Jared's face melting off.
Oh, yeah.
That definitely happened. I believe we were in the field of corn, or cord, depending on who you are. And, oh wait, did I not type anything? God damn it. Yeah, when... What, name... Oh, it is Jarek. When Jarek took a, wipe the party, ooh. When Jarek took a little sip of the potion, and then his face melted, and he turned into a skeletal creature with gems for eyes and a burning, fiery rage.
But I don't know that yet. Like, I haven't.
That's true.
I'm not aware.
No, you feel completely fine. Are
So
you
I guess
sure?
as I see this, I would be freaking out, like, oh no. And I think, like, in my quick thinking, that rub some dirt on it. So I just kind of take like a lump of dirt and just start rubbing it into Jarek's face.
Like, we got to put all this back over there.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try and like scoop up in his liquid that once was his face, and like put it into a vial or something, into a bottle. Be like, you drop this and hand it back to him.
I drink the soup.
Yeah, he shows you a vial of nothing, Jarek. He's just like holding the vial, and he's like, "Here, you drop this," and you're like, "I didn't, though."
Thanks for the help, buddy.
We can fix this. We can fix this.
Otto and Albrecht, why don't you both roll against wisdom?
Oh boy.
Look at a roll under.
There's no easy way to do that, is there?
I think my favorite part is Josh also did Long Boy, and it didn't even work.
Yeah, I got it as a private message.
Oh, that's good. Popcorn.
I did not succeed.
I'm pretty sure Otto did, right?
Great success, yes.
Yeah, so Otto, as you're touching him and you're rubbing like dirt on his face, you can feel flesh, even though you appear to be touching bone and face bone.
Whoa, so it's just like invisible?
Yeah, you're not sure, and as you're like, "What is this?" and you're like touching it, the illusion is dispelled, and you just are touching Jarek's face.
I am staring right at you.
Like, this is definitely happening.
Oh. So apparently this potion gives you melted face for all of however many seconds that was.
I didn't feel my face melt. It was not a blistering guitar solo.
Oh, we totally saw it.
If I look down, is there any evidence of my face having melted?
No. You look at your hands. Your hands seem fine. I mean, I don't know that you have a mirror or anything, but you're like, how do I look? And then Albrecht, as you're kind of like wondering what's going on here, right? Jarek's face just kind of snaps back to normal, as if it had never been melty at all.
Except with a bit of mud on his face now.
Yes, his face is slightly muddy.
Can I roll if I recognize any kind of potion or spell like that?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are kind of talking it out, right? Like, trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
Yeah.
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 As I was gonna say, like, honestly, I think you just put this together. This appears to be some sort of illusory potion. You can disguise yourself as something that you think of as you drink it, because this only lasted for a few moments.
Oh, jeez, what's in your head?
Hey, it's been a long day. I died.
I died once.
That's actually a really interesting property of it, if we can semi-control the image.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's only where if I had drank more of it, it would have lasted longer, or is it because he touched me, it dispelled?
It's hard to say. Although I think as you're talking to Albrecht, it seems like it never dispelled for him until it... Right, like he didn't ever touch you, so...
Okay. He got the will save and...
Right, yeah. Your formality with magic in general makes you think it probably... the timer expired.
Okay. Well, that's nifty. And if I remember right, I was pretty sure they were the same potion, right?
Yeah, they looked identical. I think there were 3 of them.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 of the same potions. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like silvery. And,
Yeah,
in kind of
it'd
nice
be way more
vials.
convenient if we had 4, but whatever.
Well, kill one of your party members. I don't know.
I take out my fists and hold them into the air.
All right, so we're gonna go check out this orb or what?
Oh, did we look at the pig ball? I want to poke the pig ball. I like pigs.
You like pigs? Yeah. So I mean, Alira has it right now, but I imagine she's at least being willing to show off the the pig ball, if not the coins. I don't know what she did with the coins, or if she talked about them.
I don't think she did. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Man, if only there was like a video we could go look at and find out.
I know, right?
Crazy talk. Moving pictures.
Available on
You know,
YouTube
Soul.
for free.
Let's just
Yeah.
put this on pause
Go to
so we can go
YouTube
watch
slash YouTube slash YouTube.
YouTube/YouTube/YouTube, huh?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what it is, right?
No, it's not. In fact, I can't even have like a cool. I can't even have like a cool username for it. It's like a bunch of gobbledygook nonsense.
That sucks.
Yeah, we can do.
Do you have to like pay for it or something?
No, I think it's just based on like subscribers or something.
Oh.
I mean, also I
One
wouldn't.
day, man.
Also, I wouldn't pay for it. So
Yeah.
you know, smash that
Yeah.
subscribe button.
Visit my
Yeah.
Patreon page.
What's up?
Visit my Patreon page.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, gazebo's a good one. I should put the gazebo in. Okay, yeah. So I heard something about everyone wanting to go to see the Orb.
Yes.
Granted, there's only
So-
3 of you, but why not?
What?
you.
You're all fully healed.
We are all fully healed. What does that pig ball look like again? Is it just like an adorable little pig shaped like a ball?
Yeah, so it was like slightly smaller than a baseball size. I actually don't remember if I gave it a color or not, but yeah, it was like it's like a stone ball that has been carved, so it has like the suggestion of feet, the suggestion of like pig ears, pig eyes, and a snout. You know what I mean? It's not like intricately carved. It's still basically a ball, but it definitely has like it is clearly a pig.
Okay.
Pig ball.
All right. Well, I guess
All right.
let's go back to the scary cave.
Scary cave. Cool. Yeah, so it was only a few hours like to the north of town into the mountains, so that's not hard, that's not difficult. That's not even particularly dangerous when there isn't a merfolk genocide going on, so
Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens with
That
that.
was a little bit of genocide.
So, you get to the mouth of the cave, right? We just transition, cut, next scene. And there's a lot of things that have happened at like the sort of mouth of this cave here, right? Like, what is everyone thinking? What is everyone feeling? Is anyone saying anything?
Well,
I'm gonna have my weapon fully drawn and prepared to strike out at anything that comes forward, skeletal or otherwise.
Okay. Yep, draw new weapons,
Have
sure.
you guys told me about the encounter with the chicken?
I don't think they have, but I don't know why they wouldn't.
yeah,
I know it hasn't happened on camera yet. I just don't know if it's something you're like hiding, but I was completely dead for that.
I would think that you would know at least my demeanor is I've basically explained how the poultrygeist is gone. I'm kind of like feeling good. I'm less paranoid. You can definitely notice that. Other than
Right.
that, I don't know the poultrygeist still wants me though, or is coming back. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
I want to know what these things are, Dave.
What things?
The commands.
Yeah, the commands.
I put out a hint.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, everyone's getting. Tristan's just. Oh shit! Help is a good one. It should list all the commands. I'm gonna do that next. Not today though. Oh, Twitter's a good one too. Yeah, so that was definitely one they suggested, but I also built in the bottom underneath like the whole chat thing. It's got links to all of the eDice stuff. So God mode would be fun. Okay. All right. So other than just pulling out your weapons, is anyone doing anything particular? Or is it time to march into the cave?
Push forward.
I would like to. What do I have? Oh gosh, where is it? I have a thing. How long does resist fire, resist cold last for?
Yeah, I'm not actually sure.
Sounds
Sounds like somebody's taken off at the
spell.
distance there. Resist cold, resist fire.
Yeah.
What level is that?
It is level 2, I think.
So the other thing is it probably won't protect you from magic fire.
Oh.
Probably. I mean, I don't know for sure yet, but. Resist cold fire, 1 round per level, so 9 for you, 9 minutes.
Yeah, I'll just ready my weapon and go in.
Oh no, it does protect you from magical as well. AJ, you're getting closer. So yeah, if you want to do that, Otto, that it'll protect you for the next 9 minutes, and it does help against magical and non-magical. Give you a bonus to your saving throw.
I forget about like how long did it take?
How long did it take? What?
There you go. Schedule.
Riley was saying a thing, but I lost him. I can't hear him
Ooh,
anymore.
I got kicked. That was cool.
You got kicked?
I don't know. It just kicked me out of the game.
Nailed it.
It's fun.
That'll show you.
I love Roll20. About how long did it take us to get to that long boy part? Like
It was
part?
it was only like 2 or 3 minutes in. It's not very far.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess I'll just cast it and be ready and go in.
Okay, cool. These commands are worthless. No, you're just guessing poorly. What is your resist? Does it do Tristan? No more hints because I don't actually remember the other 2 commands. I know I can look them up, but is it resist cold and fire, or is it one or the other?
I don't know. It just says resist fire / resist cold.
Yeah, it's or. So which one are you picking?
Oh gosh, what happened to us last time? It was cold. I'm doing cold.
Okay, cool. And then how do you cast that? What does it look like? Is it even very obvious, or is it just like a word of power and you're magically fortified?
Does it take? Is it like verbal? It's a verbal thing. Yeah, I feel like it would be a subtle thing. Just like I'm not trying to be flashy. It's just like, huh.
Josh, are you still on the channel?
I think so.
I timed him out.
All right, I'm gonna take that away from you if you don't behave.
I'm behaving.
Well,
He's trying to boot you.
Yeah, but we knew it wasn't gonna work.
of course.
Oh, rules is a good one too. Tristan's good at this. Okay, so wait, I missed it. What did we decide? Riley, is it an obvious thing, or is it just?
No, it's subtle. It's not flashy.
Okay, no, that makes sense. I was just curious. Cool. Y'all are heading to the back of the cave then, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd like to scan for evidence that if anything else has been here since we last been there.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, why doesn't anyone who wants to do that roll against wisdom and give yourselves like a -2 to the roll, essentially? You've been here a couple times, and there's nothing threatening messing with you currently.
Great success even without a -2. So
Yeah. Josh, can you still hear us? AJ, did you time him out from this too?
Oh no.
I didn't do it on this one, man.
Okay.
Kept trying to type in my rolls to the Twitch chat, so there's that.
Yeah.
Oh hi.
the Slayer of Longboy, huh? That doesn't seem about right. Man, I don't. Do you get that? What's your wisdom?
My wisdom's like a 13, so no.
Okay. Josh, are you investigating or do you not care?
No, I did. I got a 6 and I have a 17.
Oh shit! Yours linked into the next one. I missed it.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So Albrecht, you're like steeling yourself for combat. You're not really interested in like investigating the area. You just know a threat's going to come, right? So you're spending more
Yeah.
time
Hold
like
on.
preparing martially. The other two are spending some time kind of like poking around and everything. And the first thing that's like really obvious is just like how much this cave is deteriorated. A couple minutes in, you start to see like the beginning of that like crystal glass encasing on the walls. In the places that the skeletons like punched out of, and the places that like you all like fought in, and then like the cone of cold happened and everything. The whole walls are just like smashed up and like just broken in chunks from like hammers and sling bullets, and just in general everything is a mess back here.
But the evidence of the fight is still there?
What's that?
The evidence of the fight is still there?
Yeah, but
Okay.
nothing is sticking out like, oh, someone's clearly been here, right? It just, you guys know where all of this like battle damage came from, and it's from y'all.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So it's been, let's say, okay. So it was about 2 minutes to get to the fight that you guys had previously in there. It's another 2 minutes to get to the back of the wall to the squeeze. If you remember, Jarek, you came here alone the first time, and this was like barely enough for you to squeeze through. Anyone in armor's, probably going to get stuck more than
Right.
likely.
Jeez. What about
That's right. I
me?
brought along butter last time.
What's that?
I brought along butter the first time.
Yeah, Otto. Your chain is like a little more supple than something like plate, but you're so big on your own, you're just going to have a hard time squeezing through this narrow little shunt.
So am I just removing my clothes and buttering myself up to fit through this hole?
I mean, that's between you and your god. But
Just do what I tell you to, okay? Ignore the camera.
It's natural.
I have no
Close your
shame.
eyes and think of England. Hey, looks like we got a squid.
We might have a squid. We might have one whole squid. Hey, we have a squid.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm gonna be on mute for most of the time since I've got Raleigh on Discord, so it doesn't get any weird feedback. So
Sure.
hopefully I won't unmute myself when I'm gonna talk.
Yeah, you gotta like balance back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can live with that. Awesome. All right, gang's all here. Just to catch up, Squid. Everyone looked at the pig ball. Everyone was very excited by the pig ball, but no one could figure out what the hell the pig ball was, so they put it away, and then figured out that the potion was a potion of like not invisibility, like some sort of like I can't think of words. What the hell was it? What the hell did that potion do?
Illusion?
Yeah, there we go. Illusion. Cool. That's a word. Illusion. So they got 3 potions of illusion, and then everyone was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna go back after the go back after the orb." So everyone's at the cave.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm gonna remove my have full plate mail, and am I gonna be able to like drag this along behind me as I squeeze through here? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Like you can like take the pieces and kind of like. I mean, you can not like it's collapsible, right? But like it's bulkier and less flexible when it's on you than it is on its own.
Yeah, I can kind of shove it either in front of me or drag it behind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just a matter of like the timetable involved in doffing and donning it.
Yeah.
Just apparently English.
Yeah, I'm not convinced the word doff wasn't made up by Gary.
I'm with you, to be completely honest.
That's fair.
That should be a command, too. That should definitely be a command. So wait, Squid and Riley, can you hear each other?
Yeah, through a separate program.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. Okay. We're doing it. We are cautiously moving towards the through the little shunt in the cave network and getting to the very back, the main chasm and the orb that has been suspended in both glass and also crystal. So to properly enjoy that, let us transfer over to a new page.
Ah.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. Look at me. I made a page.
Beautiful.
I did cool things. Wait, that didn't work. Bring your characters out if you can. I'm trying to do it. Jarek, I don't know who we used
Well
for
then.
yours last time.
I don't know who we used for me last time.
Alright, hold on, let's see.
I got a cadet, a Beyonce, and a barbarian.
What the hell is that? What the hell is that guy? That's weird. I wonder if I can do this.
Hey, there I am.
Wait, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, can you move yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're all kind of piling out of this little corner here. This is where the shunt spills out. Nice. Yeah, it spills out, and Jarek, you know that the orb is in this like giant sheet of glass in the back, right? Just kind of suspended this tiny rusted iron ball, but you know it's magic, and you know there's power contained within it. So what is the plan? Y'all kind of squeeze through this one at a time. I think Riley, you need to make a dex check to see if you can get through with the chain on, or if you've got to take it off as well.
I'm going to start squeezing as soon as I can.
Oh, I don't even know what my dex is. Where are you?
What am's dex?
What is the dex?
Dex.
I'll just
Cool.
roll my d20 and then figure out my dex from there.
There you go.
10.
So your dex, Otto, is a 10. So that's exactly what you needed. So
Oh boy.
through sheer force of will and powerful muscles, you slip your, mountainous 6'9" frame, or however tall we decided you are, and you managed to slip through. So it was just poor Albrecht who had to remove his armor.
Cool.
What a way to go.
When I get on the other side, I'm going to start putting it back on.
Okay. Are you the first one through or the last one through? Because if you're first one through, you got to move into the room a little.
Probably the last one through.
Okay. Who was brave enough to go first?
Yo.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I think you're just moving right in.
Yeah.
So the first.
I mean, I'll look a little bit to the side. Like, if there's not like a big 10-foot thing, I probably won't care enough to notice it.
Sure. So I think the first thing you notice as you're moving through, similar to the first like section of cave where the glass and the crystal starts to appear, this room is equally trashed, but in a very different way. There is like a it's not a word, fine powder just like coating the floor, and everywhere there used to be like glass and crystal like coating these walls, you see bare stone with just again like the finest like crunchy crystally powder all over the ground, and you can see tracks that have moved through this room multiple times.
Can I tell what size whatever it is was?
You can definitely try. What kind of whatever do you have?
I have history, sailing, heraldry, astrology, engineering, cooking, and arcana.
I mean, give me an arcana. This is a stretch, kind of. Is that enough?
It's under my intelligence, but not by a ton.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so you're trying to like get a beat on this thing, and you're kind of like moving through the room, inspecting it. The thing you notice is that all of the tracks are kind of like moving like in and then out, and then from like back and forth. But they're not footprints in the conventional sense. They're like long, thin drag marks that have like a heavy like point or like in impact. So like something will scrape for a moment and then like put all its weight down.
Okay. So like shuffling almost.
Yeah, but not on like a human foot. On like a
Okay.
very fine, sharp point.
Like a peg leg.
I didn't catch that. I'm sorry.
Like a peg leg.
Oh yes, like a peg leg.
If I have time, I want to kneel down and, with a gloved hand, use my pinky to try and pull up some of the dust, and then very careful not to accidentally inhale any of it.
Mm-hmm.
Examine that.
You just want to collect some, or you just want to investigate it, or?
Yeah, I want to like try and figure out what it is.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, looking at this room, kind of putting two to two together, you have what, an 18 or a 20 intelligence?
18.
Yeah. Something has removed all of the glass and crystal that was on the wall and put it on the floor. But it's not like they took a hammer to it and broke it into chunks. This is like fine powder.
Okay, yes. I thought it was like shattered on the ground, but then powdery.
I don't know what you mean. What's the difference?
Like it had just been broken off the sides.
Oh.
Like everything had been smashed into a powder.
Yeah, right. Like not only has it been broken off the walls, it has also been reduced to like, the smallest particulate it can be.
Okay. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. What is everyone else doing? Because now we've got, a Jarek kind of in the middle of the room, squatted down, kind of investigating some fine white powder he found in the back of a cave somewhere.
It's not mine.
Oh, jeez.
Holding it for a friend.
Do I consider snorting some of it?
I mean, that's between you and your god.
No. I'm still. I mean, I assume he's doing this right after he gets in the room, so I'm still probably putting on my armor.
Yeah, that's reasonable. He's just kind of hanging out in that corner, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be hanging out in this corner, putting on my armor for a hot minute or two.
Sure. Don't do powder. God damn it. All right. Squid and Otto. Sorry, Alira and Otto. What are y'all up to? Don't all act at once.
I'm armoring up, man.
Yeah. Roll me a d4 plus 1 and see how many rounds you have left.
Gotta type it into the right client.
Yes, please type it into our Twitch chat. Oh, hell. That's pretty good. Okay, so Otto and Alira, you're not doing anything? You're just kind of hanging out where you moved your characters?
I didn't even move myself.
Sorry. All right, Otto first.
But I'll be right here because I'm a big meaty boy.
Okay. All right. Now Alira.
Since there doesn't seem to be any attack forthcoming, I'll come forward and inspect the stuff that
Jarek.
I forgot. Jarek, there we go. Jarek was looking at.
Okay, so everyone's kind of checking out the fine white powder. That's pretty sweet. I like that.
Can I use my like herbalistic skills to check it out?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely going to reveal that it is not any sort of plant or herb.
I'd like to check out the walls.
The walls?
Yeah, I don't trust these walls.
Hmm.
Long boys pop out of them.
Long boys do pop out of them. That's true. So Squid, as you're getting the idea that the closer you get to like the wall over here, the more pure crystal it is and the less glass it is. Which is to say, this stuff collected over here might be worth something. This stuff collected here is good for tricking people into thinking it's worth something. But you have no immediate medicinal remedies outside of powering up your ketons with it.
God.
All right.
Why? I don't even know what a keton is.
No one knows what a
why?
keton is. Otto, what kind of role are you doing when you go up to the wall, or are you quite simply just investigating said wall?
What do you mean? What kind of role? Like,
are you looking at it from some kind of? Are you looking for like scientific evidence, or from like religious context, or are you just looking at the wall to see what the wall is?
I mean, I can't. Would there be some sort of religious context to this?
Seems unlikely, but hey, you know, you can always
You're
try.
I just want to see what it is. I'm
Sure.
gonna move up here, poke this little wall.
Oh, so you want to move all the way up to that wall, you say?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
All right. So two things are going to happen at once. No, three things. I
Okay.
take that back. One,
Okay.
the walls show a scorched nature, as if something very hot passed by or through them, at least at some point in their history.
Okay.
Two, you were led to believe that contained within this glass wall here, or crystal wall, there would be a orb of some kind, right? That was kind of the whole shebang for this job you guys took, right?
All right.
There is no orb. You see no orb. However, you do see a crack in the wall, and like it looks like you could slip past like this chunk the way it's like bent and broken and refracted. It looks like you could kind of like duck underneath it, you know, and kind of get behind this wall. And it looks as though there's a passageway that kind of twists and turns back in there, especially now that you're right up on it. I'm assuming someone has a light source because I know some of you can't see in the dark.
I do have a light source.
Okay, just a torch or?
Do I have a torch? I don't even know if I have any items on me other than my corn medallion.
Hey, you wish. Get back. Okay. Third thing. Hi, buddy.
Oh, hi.
Jeez.
Where's everybody
Oh,
going?
hi.
Y'all better stop moving your tokens or I'm going to block all of you. Stepping out of the stone, right? Like as if by magic and not by some mere physical capacity, steps a nasty, evil, rotten, hanging flesh undead draped in like tattered robes, and you immediately recognize the iconography of the Church of Palor, though this creature is far beyond dead. Its jaw just kind of hangs loose at its side when it looks at you, and it's, you know, all its vertebrae sort of like snap and pop as it like turns its head your way, hisses loudly, and grabs for your throat.
Oh no.
I'm imagining some people might want to roll an initiative check. Otherwise, I will go ahead and just start killing again.
Initiative.
Yeah. I want to roll 1d10.
Boo!
Wait, it's D10 to roll initiative. I forgot.
Spelling. H-E.
Is there an initiative button on our character sheets, or are we just rolling?
No, I just roll a d10.
Boop. There. I rolled a D10 legitimately.
Jarek also got a 10. You got a 2?
I did.
Lyra, shouldn't have moved. Lyra got a 1. Albrecht got a 6. Oh, Jarek got a 9. Okay. Not bad. Pretty good. This is looking pretty good for the party. Yeah.
Important question.
Yeah.
Am I fully armored at this point?
You are. I thought I was going to catch you without your armor, but you really foiled my plan. I'm trying to remember. Hukuva. I don't even know how to say that word, but oh wait, I can't. Here, if anyone cares at home. Nope, that's not where to put it. Nope, I made the map too big. There, it's that one right there. Hukava, Huekva, something like that. It was supposed to plug that entrance and kind of lock you guys in here, but freaking AJ wouldn't move. So it pops out of the wall as if by magic. It kind of snarls and hisses and grabs towards you. Albrecht, do you even say anything, or is it just the preternatural senses of your party members that bring them to your aid?
I give a very unmanly shriek.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I mean, you've seen a lot of undead in these halls claw themselves out of the wall, right? This one stepped out as if it was made of stone.
Yeah. I think that's why I shriek.
Yeah. Not any other reason. Just that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Alira, you are the first to react. Something about, getting nice and close with all that fine white powder really put you on edge.
Keep forgetting to unmute. So what exactly do I see from here?
Well, you hear an unmanly yelp come from behind you, and as you turn, you see a tattered-looking undead covered in like robes and cloths and leathers and trappings that's still kind of like half materializing out of the wall, reaching for Albrecht's throat area.
The throatal region.
Okay, since lightning bolt was so successful last time, I think I'm going to start with that.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I have to make a spell saving throw. Let me double check. I think he's just going to go off his class and not his. What the heck? Okay. All right. Sorry, it does go off of a different table. I thought I blocked everything out I was going to need for these damn monsters. Second edition is so much fun. What?
Table 8.
Yeah, basically. What the heck? The other thing, it doesn't help because I keep changing between two books. I have a physical one that's like way older than like the reprint that I'm using digitally.
Yes, you go to the page number of like a different chapter.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Okay, so I need to make a saving throw versus spell, and I'm looking for a 12 or higher. Okay, well, or not. Why don't you go ahead and roll that damage, Squid? Or you get.
What am I rolling?
I forget if it was D6s or D8s. You did lightning bolt.
D6s.
In this edition,
Lightning
though.
bolt. Lightning bolt.
Okay, how many?
Third level.
Based on her spellcasting, right?
D6 per level of the spellcaster. Maximum 10.
Okay, so 9. That works out.
I may or may not also be preparing to use lightning bolt.
Well, let's see how that works, shall we?
If you were just saying something, I didn't hear any of that. My computer's glitching.
You're rolling
Roll.
9d6.
Hey,
And then I'm going to have some fun. Okay. So, in my book, it's page 151. In the sections I might have sent to you guys, it might be a little bit different. But I want to read a couple little paragraphs in. The lightning bolt's area of effect is chosen by the spellcaster, either a forked bolt 10 feet wide and 40 foot long, or a single bolt 5 feet wide and 80 feet long. I'm going to go out on a limb, Squid, and say you went for the 5 feet one because you probably don't want to fry Albrick.
I appreciate that.
Did she not?
Yes.
I'm trying to save him, not fry him.
Okay, sure. So it's 5 feet wide, 80 feet long. Next line. If a bolt cannot reach its full length because of an unyielding barrier, such as a stone wall, the lightning bolt rebounds from the barrier towards its caster, ending only when it reaches its full length.
you can keep bouncing.
And it can keep bouncing. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with math. So it's 40 yards base plus 10 yards per level. So it's 130 yards. Who can do yards to feet for me?
Yards to feet is 3 to 1. So
390?
130, 390.
Okay, so how many times back and forth does it go if it's 25 and then 30 feet?
25 is the initial, or 25 and then 30 alternating?
25 is the first, and then it's 30 every other time.
For simple math, I'm just going to make it 30.
What would
It's
be
gonna
like,
go
would be like 9 times?
No,
Yeah, something like that.
You're essentially undividing it by one of the threes.
Stop confusing me with crazy math. I'm also going to
No,
roll.
I get what he said, yeah.
So Squid, you're going to want to go ahead and make a saving throw against spell, which is to say,
Like a dozen of them?
yeah. So you're rolling. I think you're rolling to beat an 11, right? Does they get better or do they get worse? I don't even remember now.
You want to roll higher than that one.
Okay, so she's looking to beat an
That's the one
11.
that always throws us off.
Yeah, the saving throws are weird.
That's the last one on my list, right?
Yes. So let's see. He failed, so he takes 33. That's definitely happening. He's got... Okay. So 42. Oh wait, not like that. Come on, stop it. Fuck. Minus 33. Oh, so you only take half damage, so that's what? 16? 16? Okay, so Squid, you take 16 damage from the first lightning bolt rebounding on you. And then he's got to make another saving throw. I mean, either way, he's probably dead, but...
So my question is, are these walls perfectly smooth that we're getting just a straight back and forth? Or
No,
it's
no,
not
no.
rebounding at all?
Yeah, I'm going to roll that next. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, no. That happens next. I just wanted to see how quickly someone died. So he makes his saving throw, so he only takes 16, but he actually only had 9 HP left. So my carefully crafted Huakuva, or whatever the fuck he's called, is at -7 and very dead, which is disappointing. But yeah, now I'm thinking, I don't know, what's a good D percentile rate of refraction for a lightning bolt spell. Like
And I had the confusing math.
I don't know, like 20%. Does that seem reasonable?
I feel like it's higher than that in a cave. Like there's no everything's sharp corners. It's not nothing's smooth.
Sure. Okay,
I had it
so
wrong.
D percentile. Looking, nope, D percentile. Looking for a 20 or lower. Hey, right off the bat, so we get a refraction. So does it go 1?
Right or left?
Yeah, right or left. So roll into D2. If it's a 1, it's coming for you. Okay, it's not. So it bounces off. See, this is the craziest thing in the world. So it does that, then this, comes back, bounces this way, still bounces that way this time.
Hold on. I got this.
Well, hold
So
on.
it goes pew pew.
Stop that.
Right? Is that what's going?
Yeah, more or less. Gonna roll. If it gets a 20 or under, it actually might bounce away from you as opposed to just frying you, AJ. It doesn't. Okay, make a saving throw versus spell. So we've gone 25, 55, 85, 90, 100. Okay, so you're only taking 16 damage, AJ.
Cool.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to help.
So we're at 100. We're at 100 feet out of what, 390 right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so it continues. So it comes back.
Are you drawing? You should draw this out as you go.
I'm not gonna draw because we need to use this battlefield later. So it's 100. So it's 120 feet spent. AJ, make another spell saving throw. Wait,
Right,
you just deleted Squid.
I just deleted Squid by accident.
And
I got
yourself.
it.
Spell
Yeah.
is done.
You take another 20 damage. Or 16, sorry. It bounces back off the wall again. Make another spell saving throw. Squid's gonna live through this. That's my favorite part. It's just gonna never leave this tiny little. It's literally gonna bounce back and forth through here for 300 feet and just fry Albrecht in a matter of 1 minute.
Taking the 32, so I'm down to.
Oh
15?
shit! So we're up to 140. Go again. Make another saving throw, buddy. 160. I think it's hilarious. So Albrecht's basically going to get wiped, is what happens.
Yep.
One lightning bolt spell. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. So only 3 more. Do you even have a chance of living?
No.
Okay.
Even if I'm taking 16 for each one, I was at -1 after the 4th one.
Sure. So we
This is not even considering the fact that I just put on metal armor.
Yeah, well, yeah. At a certain point, we can't play physics the RPG. We're at 200 feet spent so far out of 390, and it's refracting from somewhere. So roll D3. So D3 looking at like basically 1, 2, or 3. No, please roll. Oh, thank you. The dice gods aren't merciful.
I'm gonna start rolling up a new character.
Sorry, AJ.
Jarek and Alira, both of you roll a d20. Whoever's got lower. How does it not lose power? It's magic. And it's rules as written.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, Squid. All you got to do is literally roll a 2. Can you do it? Double ones. Come on.
I rolled a 15.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay. I'm
Oh.
disappointed. Okay. So it goes after... That's a word. It goes after Jarek, going another 55 feet. So we were at 200. So that's 255. Jarek, make a spell saving throw. And you already used your 1, so, you know. This is pretty
Right.
good. Why is it not a random direction? It's still refraction. It's not a chaos bolt.
Son of a bitch.
I've been rolling 20% to see if it spins off in a different direction each time. 0 successes. 33 damage to the spellcaster.
I'm down. I'm negative bloodied.
Okay, so it travels 55.
This is good,
Oh.
high quality shit.
Gets another refraction. It could be coming for Otto now. So 1 or 2.
You know, you didn't think the monster got to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because he died immediately, but so did the rest of you. All right, so Riley, if this is a 1, it's coming for you. I mean, I guess it's ultimately irrelevant. Yeah, okay. Go ahead and make a spell saving throw.
What is that?
So in your character sheet, if you open it up and go to the right, you've got saving throws on the right side.
Yeah.
Your paralyzation, poison, death magic is 7. Rod, staff, wand, or petrification. Or no, rod, staff, wand is 11. Petrification, polymorphs 10. Breath weapons 13. Spells 12. So you're going to be rolling a d20 looking for a 12 or higher.
I don't know. I clicked the dice thing. We'll see what happens.
It had 255 when it hit here. So now it's spending another 20. Right? So it's 275 out of 390. All right, so that is 33 damage.
Okay.
Riley. And then, we got to roll to see if it abilities are started 8, roll 76. Yeah, exactly.
All right,
How much? If Squid lives, she's definitely going to get some HP. Oh, Riley, you got lucky. It's refracting again, so it might miss you.
Those look like some damn good stats.
2, okay. Nope, don't move the wall, please. So it goes another 30. What did I say it was at? That was at 255 plus 20, so 275? So we're at 305 when it hits this wall over here. Bounces back. Hey, finally a harmless bounce. So 235. And then it bounces again. I have never wiped a party with a lightning bolt. So that was 2.
You still haven't. She did.
I guess that's fair. That was 305, so 315. 315 to 330.
How far is this going again?
390. 330 to 350. 370. Oh, okay, and it finally peters out. 390 feet, leaving a scorched mark on that wall. So in the last minute, I don't even know how many times that bounced. It basically traversed the entire cavern, went 390 feet, dropped the opponent and two party members?
Yeah, 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well done, Squid. I thought it was funny.
What was it? Roll 76?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 76. Can I get a new character sheet?
Maybe.
Are any of our 2 party members salvageable?
How down were you, AJ?
So you hit me for at least 2 more times afterwards. Let's, for sake of argument, I passed. I succeeded in both of those saving throws. I would be at negative 33.
Negative 33. Okay. So the answer is none.
Negative 34.
The answer is none, except you have been able to call upon the priest, Father Wind.
Father Wind.
Mm-hmm. Horace
Ooh.
Wind.
Oh, Horsewind. Yeah, I know
Horace
Horsewind.
Wind.
Horsewind.
Mm.
So basically, we have to drag these two smoldering pile of ashes back to Horsewind.
That's definitely an option.
I mean, I've done this once. I can do this again.
So, who else besides AJ is dead?
Your mage friend. Horseman. Damn it. Oh, I loved it. That was good. That was some good shit. I mean, you guys are already here. Don't you want to like see what happened to the orb?
Do I see any more mischief going on past this like hole?
I mean, that's between you and Alira, isn't it? I would point out I did none of that.
Dave.
Yeah.
Can I get a new character sheet?
Yeah, it's in there. I put one in there.
I don't see it.
Oh, goddamn it.
Where? There we go.
Whoa.
I showed it to everyone, sorry.
Thanks. It's all good.
Actually dead again. I'm so sorry. What? Actually dead
I
again.
don't know. I feel like my character would be more horrified and upset that people are dead than about an orb.
That's fair.
But the orb is missing, mate.
There we go. Sorry. That other one's you, Josh.
Right, well, I guess I would just
Can I change my own name?
ask Alira, like,
If you can't, I can
what
change
is the
it.
best course of action? Since you just murdered people.
AJ, what are you thinking of playing?
I don't know yet, man. I gotta figure that out.
That was a good death.
Yeah, getting fried to a crisp.
Yes.
He only cast one spell this entire campaign, and it was Shield, and it didn't help him.
Yeah, but I mean, in fairness, your mage before that cast a bunch of spells and he was awesome.
Yeah, and then he still died.
Well, I mean,
But wasn't he awesome?
we're playing second edition, man. What do you expect? Lightning bolt in a closed room is a lot like, fighting in a basement.
True. See, I was going to do the 10-foot wide and just blast the wall, and also do it from far away.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with that, though. It still would have happened.
It would have bounced a little.
It would have bounced half as much. But,
It wouldn't have taken me out.
that first one usually bounces back and hits you. I love that in the rule book, too, it calls it out, too. Like, it specifically states bounces back towards the caster. To be sure that there's no rules lawyering.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Otto and we have Alira both in this room. Two very crispy, very dead party members. One crispy, extra dead undead. Sure. What are you two doing?
Can I help?
I'd like
Yeah.
to
Comfort,
cure
you got
critical wounds on myself, I think.
Okay, yeah,
Get
that
my
makes sense.
HP up there. Let me do this. Cure. If I can find it. Oh, go back. 3d8 plus 3 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. Gonna heal yourself up a little bit. Squid, you got some damage too, don't you? Yeah.
So, are we staying, or are we dragging the bodies back and having them raised again?
Well, Otto healed himself. That was the first thing he did. And I think he's just kind of standing there in awe and shock right now.
I'm just
Get it?
like, no.
You yell at me for puns.
Yeah, I know,
Alira has a very horrified look on her face.
She's like, oh, I didn't know it did that.
Oh no, I just saw the spell lightning bolt and just...
Yeah.
Alright, So I'm at least back to 32. That's good.
Okay. So, do you want to continue through into the little dungeon here? Little oval, little square, big old rectangle down here.
Step into
Yeah,
the
I mean,
octagon.
at this point, we keep just.
Dang
Whoa, secret
What
door.
it.
We're level 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of want to just basically, I'm taking them back, but we gone so through so much garbage for this freaking orb. I'm just gonna see if I can just go find it, grab it, and just scoop up the remains of our party and run back to town.
Okay. So which one are you doing first? Do you want to like get the two party members like up against the wall and then kind of poke around back here, or are you gonna grab them after you've figured out what's going on with the orb?
Um, yeah, I'll kind of like gather them together so they're easy to just scoop up. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, put their ashes in a bottle.
Yeah.
Um,
Just get all this sadness in one place.
yeah, I
Get
kind
a
of want to
broom dustpan.
inspect the skelly dude if there's anything to inspect.
Yeah, there is actually. So, um, you recognize not only the sigil on his like tattered robes, although now quite crispy and fried, is as the markings of a cleric of Palor, which is like extra horrifying to you. Go ahead and roll me a religion.
That is a good question. How do I do that? I
It
have.
is a non-weapon proficiency. So if you open up your character sheet and you go all the way down to the bottom, we have religion as your third one, and you could click the little die roll back there.
Ooh,
It's based
click.
off wisdom. Apparently, you rolled 180. I'm confused.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
I just clicked the dice.
sure. I mean, you rolled a 7, and you needed to roll under, so that seems fine. Um, Oop. Uh, so you recognize this creature for exactly what it is. It's a hukaba, something to that effect. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but basically it is a monk or cleric that voluntarily abandoned its ideals and morals, and then died, and then was struck with this undead curse. To repent, right? To be punished for all time.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. You find like in its personal effects, like a bunch of burned down candles.
Oh no.
I'm trying to think, he had one more thing on him. Um, he had a journal, although it had to survive like 3 or 4 like con checks essentially. So let's see how much of it survived. Okay. Um, the first couple pages of the book are in good condition, and then it seems like it must have been pressed up against him where it got blasted, right? Because like the cover's good in the first like 2 or 3 pages, and then everything is burned and fried to a crisp.
Well, I guess I'll take whatever's good out of that.
Sure. You want to flip through it now, or are you just stowing it away?
Stowing it away for a better time.
Sure. Okay.
Uh,
Alira, are you doing anything, or are you just kind of like flopped over in a corner, staring at these hands that kill?
You want these hands?
You'll catch some hands.
With these hands?
Not with that spellcaster.
Yeah, she's probably like staring at her hands, staring at the piles of ash as Otto cleans them up and investigates the other dude.
You investigate what?
While Otto was investigating the other dude.
Oh, you're just like kind of hanging out. Okay, so you're not getting in any trouble or nothing. That's what I'm getting out of this.
She's already gotten into enough.
That is true. Okay, so both remains of your party members. Both remains of your party members are off in the corner, along with what's left of that undead. And now before you lies a somewhat shattered and disintegrated glass wall, and a passageway you could slip through.
All right, yeah. So I'm going to slip through that passageway. Be kind of cautious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it like twists and turns back on itself. This is not exactly accurate, right? It says that there's only 15 feet from one to the other. It's probably more about 30 or so, but I wanted to build the map so it fit the screen.
Okay.
So it kind of like doubles back, it twists and turns, and it spills out into something that is no longer just stone. This is metal. This is like a metal, sphere, some sort of metal like oblong chamber or room. Everything is like smooth, although it's like kind of worn away by both time and intense heat. You can see like the rippling of like heat and energy having passed through these walls. Something has been punched like very hard and very hot through the floor that drops down below, and then max ability score caps at 18. And then there is a passageway, like a very strange kind of like another like oblong sloping staircase, but it's only comprised of 3 steps, even though it goes up about 15-20 feet.
Does any of this look familiar to me? Like, I would know what kind of a room this is.
This hold on, let's take a look at your non-weapon proficiencies. If anything would work here.
Can you knock it off for 1 minute?
You can make a carpentry check if you would like.
Oh, sweet. I am proficient in that.
Yeah. And then
What does it do? Is it plus anything for that?
it doesn't look like we finished filling that one out, so I'm gonna say carpentry is also based on wisdom, just for the sake of argument.
Cool. I'm just gonna roll a d20 because I bet it's gonna do that weird thing again.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Is that enough, or do you miss it? I know you got a high
wisdom thing, right?
Yep. Oh,
my wisdom is 18.
Man, you get it. So I mean, like using carpentry to figure out something made of metal is already a bit of a reach. The hell is that?
Music, man.
Yeah, but yeah, right. Like these scenes flash in your mind, Otto. You are extremely aware that no mortal mind, no human creature could ever craft something this seamless or this perfect. As you run your hands along the edge of it, there are no seams, there are no rivets, there are no like this is a perfectly spun metal sphere.
That's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
And I see like no indication of anything going further in this room. No orb, no nothing.
You see both a hole down below. You cannot play those legs along, boy, and a staircase going up. You also notice there is something on the wall here, some sort of plaque or sign, or you're not entirely sure, but you got your torchlight, and it just kind of stands a slightly darker black as opposed to the dull gray of everything else inside.
All right, well, I'll go to that while actively avoiding this hole because I don't like the idea of this scorchy mark.
Scorchy mark's fine. Scorchy mark did nothing wrong.
Scorchy mark lives matter.
Okay. Interestingly enough, there are several sequences of like ticks and scratches and all sorts of what you guess to be language, but things that you do not identify as legible, right?
Okay.
And at the very bottom, there is a version that is in common, right? The settings common, except it's in like a very strange typeface. Like you can read the words, but you're instantly looking at them. You're like, whatever typeface this is doesn't like use common. It doesn't speak common as a natural language. You know what I mean? It's like if
So-
someone copied it down, but they didn't understand how they were writing it.
So it's like watching a Vietnamese bootleg of Hellboy with English subtitles.
Right, exactly. Yeah, you can tell that the hand that did this didn't actually understand it. They were just following the signs.
Cool.
Cool.
So I have no idea
what it was.
Ooh. What?
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, well, but you can read it, so I'm assuming you do so, right?
Yeah, I would read it.
Cool. So it says another quality work by Spellspark Inc. Model 678 Go-Go Machine.
Go-Go machine? Does any of that make sense to me?
Another quality work, I suppose.
Like, okay. So I don't know what a go-go machine is.
It would appear to be this thing, right?
That's cool. Let's go very carefully, keeping close watch of my surroundings, checking for horrible traps, buttons, switches as I go up these stairs.
Okay, so you're just kind of like looking around for everything.
Yeah.
And then Alira, you're following.
Yes.
Cool. All right. As you approach this door, the room hums ever so slightly, and you can't tell if the sound is emanating from everywhere or there's just a really good echo in here, right? But the door iris is open, just right? It just expands instantaneously.
Okay.
Contained within this room is
A circle.
a circle. You know, and there's like a whole like what we as sufficiently evolved creature would understand as some sort of like display panel, some sort of console, some sort of like display. You understand as some sort of weird bench with a lot of lights and buttons to press.
Oh no.
And one of these guys sitting on the weird. No, come on. I want him at an angle, damn it. Sitting on the weird little chair. This is a spider that is about, nearly 10 feet wide, about 15 feet tall. It's got 6 legs on the ground, right, kind of suspending itself over this like weird kind of just slightly dented stool.
Okay.
It's got 2 like crab claws that are both up on the console, and it's like very delicately like clicking. And it seems to be like murmuring or humming or like intoning something towards itself. And where the spider's head would be, it's like a 6-foot long eel, covered in hair.
Do I recognize this thing?
Absolutely not.
Oh no.
But let's see if it recognizes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the door iris is open, and you've got your light source, which shines into the room, right? And it doesn't even turn around. It's just little moray eel head just sort of like bends backwards and just looks at you upside down, and its eyes blink independently, and it just goes.
Friend or foe, sir?
Sure.
I will immediately cast. What do I have? Bark skin.
Lightning bolt. You cast lightning bolt.
Yeah,
Cast
everyone
lightning
uses
bolt.
lightning bolt. Why can't I edit this? That's dumb.
She's not going to use that spell again for a very long time.
um, go ahead and roll, the two of you. Go ahead and roll your d10s for initiative, assuming you wish to do something.
Well, I mean, I don't want to just go murder it.
Well, sure. You said you wanted to cast Barkskin, but I need to know where
Yeah.
that falls in relation to what
Okay.
it does, because it wants to go murder you.
Why?
Uh,
Why can't something be friendly?
the Poultrygeist was super friendly.
Yeah.
All right, so you get a 9. What the hell are you rolling, Josh? Is that HP?
Yeah,
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, is someone casting Lightning Bolt again?
does not seem good.
Yeah, you got 2 1s. That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
But if you're actually a fighter, if you have a con bonus, you can add that in.
Yeah, it's what, 1 per level?
Yeah, if it's like a 16 or higher or something.
There's a table at the beginning of the entire book.
Yeah,
I'm using the PDF, so I keep hopping between the racial or ability scores and classes.
yeah, you'll probably get like 10 to 20 more HP, depending on your con.
I have a good con.
Yeah. Okay, Alira, you're first to act again. What kind of cool stuff do you want to do to this thing?
Lightning bolt?
But 10 feet wide, so it doesn't travel as far.
I can tell that it wants to hurt us, right?
I mean, I don't think you're particularly inspired by its friendliness. Maybe it's saying hello in spider eel language, but it doesn't really have the body language of something that's welcoming you in for a snack.
Okay, so from behind Otto, I kind of peek around and I cast sleep on it.
Oh, interesting. Let's see what happens there. What level is that? Do you know?
1.
Sleep.
Assuming that the radius isn't so big that I put ourselves to sleep as well. Otherwise, they'll just cast Magic Missile.
Oh, now you're careful. Now that 2 of us are dead.
It does. You select how many creatures you want to be affected. So as long as you don't include yourselves, you should be fine. They have to be within 30 feet of each other, but it doesn't have a requirement beyond that. Let me double check that it isn't immune to magical sleep for some reason. I don't think it is, but. Okay, it is not especially immune to any sort of magic. You have to roll. All creatures to be affected by the sleep spell must be within 30 feet of each other. The number of creatures that can be affected is a function of hit dice or levels. The spell affects 2d4 hit dice of monsters. So go ahead and roll me 2d4. Ooh, look at you. Okay. That that was a good roll, but that is not enough to put this creature to sleep. So you see it, blink heavy for a moment as it like starts to turn around, and all of its limbs, go limp, right? And it sags down onto that stool, and it's just like its little moray eel head just sort of like flops down and is dangling for a moment, and it like shudders, and all of its limbs reach out, and it starts like screeching and cackling and thrashing about as it starts to move towards you. Did you want to move at all, or are you staying where you are?
I'm gonna wait and see what Otto does.
Okay. Otto, you had begun to cast Barkskin. Based on what you're seeing happening, do you wish to change that for any reason?
Would you say this thing is an animal?
I would say it has animal-like properties, but no spider should be that big or that much eel.
So he wouldn't be animal enough to maybe be my friend?
Let's see. There's a new name in here. Nope, that's definitely AJ. Where are you, Otto? You have animal handling. Why don't you go ahead and roll an animal handling roll real quick?
Oh, where?
This is not you actually doing it. This is you thinking about what kind of approach you would have with a spider eel.
Okay. Oh gosh, if I hit this thing again, it's gonna do a weird. Whatever. Hold on. Boop, boop. I'll just do that.
Okay. It goes off wisdom, I believe. This creature has like a malevolent intelligence about it. You don't feel as though you can toss it a pack of trail rations and call it good girl and then survive.
Casting animal friendship would be a waste.
Yeah, you're feeling as though that's not likely.
Okay. Let's see here. I forget. Did we decide that spiritual hammer is a cast and then I have to wait to use it?
No, I think we let you use it on your first go.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna continue doing Barkskin out of a panic.
Okay. Cool. So you drop the Barkskin on, and all at once, right? Like the Barkskin just kind of folds over the top of you. You look like a tough old tree man. And what do I think that's like AC4 or AC2 for you?
I think so. Yeah, it made it better.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Our friend the spider eel closes the distance of 10 or so feet, turns itself around so it can eat somebody, dances around a little bit, and all right, it's got 3 attacks. So what did we decide your AC was? 4 or 2?
Barkskin. Legit. Boop.
Where'd it go? You start with an AC 6. I'm pretty sure you have AC 4 right now.
Plus 1 AC for every 4 levels of the priest.
Plus 1 AC for every 4 levels?
I mean, I'm just reading it. I don't know.
I think we decided you have a 4 AC with the Barkskin, because I think it was 2 better than your armor, but the whole point was it only lasted a few minutes, so you couldn't use it as long.
Alright.
So I've got a 14 Thaco, so I need a 10 or higher to hit you. So we're going to go... The first one is its bite, and then the other two are claws. Okay. So I only get you with the third claw. So that's rolling 2 damage with the claw. And you are not grabbed either. It just kind of reaches out with those big, crab hammers.
Big meaty claws!
Comes in for one and just scrapes past the bark, and the other one kind of just gut checks you. Not a lot of damage, but definitely a little bit.
All right. At this point, I'm gonna be like, definitely not friend, more like foe.
Yeah, and its creepy little head is, striking out at you. Okay. That was our Neogi friend, so we're back to Alira. What is the plan?
A magic missile.
Magic missile, huh?
Does that bounce off of walls?
No, it does not.
Okay.
You get an extra missile for each level of spellcasting, too, I believe.
Maximum.
So 3?
No, I think you get more than that.
Level 1 spell. I can cast up to 3. 3rd level.
For every 2 levels of experience, the wizard gains an additional missile. 2 at 3rd, 3 at 5th, 4 at 7th, 5 at 9th, and 5 is the max. So 5d4 plus 5, Squid. Or, you could just cast it at 1st level. I don't mind you doing less damage.
5d4 plus 5?
Yeah, because it's a d4 plus each time. 5d4. Look at that. So he's got 19 damage on him right now. Save that change. It screeches out in pain as the magic missiles just pummel its, soft, fleshy neck, right? And it coils back and kind of retracts into its spidery shell for a moment, hissing as it does so. Do you have anything else you want to do?
I think I might start moving back to give Otto some space to move back.
Sure. Just a couple feet. Okay. Pass that along to Otto. What is your plan?
Alrighty, spiritual hammer.
Yeah. What level spell is that?
That is. What is it? Where are you? It's like right in front of my face. I can't find it. Level 2.
Level 2. Okay. I just wanted to check it out quick. Make sure we are using it as intended. Spiritual hammer. Each round, you can choose who it attacks. Same target as the previous round. Switch to new target. It has the same chance to hit as you do, and it strikes as a +1 weapon for each 6 levels of experience. So it's striking at a... What's your THAC0? Otto. We've got a 16. So you're looking for a 15... No, wait, hold on. And it's got an AC of 3. So you're looking for a 12 or higher on a D20.
Alrighty. Oop. Nope.
No dice.
Got a 10.
Got a 10. Okay. As I say, I actually don't remember damages. But, okay. So Spiritual Hammer reaches out, comes crashing down, and just kind of phases through the spider eel thing without actually doing any damage.
Cool.
What would you like to do now? You gonna move, or are you still kind of holding up, keeping that area plugged up?
Boop, boop. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if I can just move out a little bit.
Okay, so you're just backing up a little
Still
bit.
kind of like, yeah, backing up, getting off like the steps, kind of waiting for it to stick its wiggly little head through the door.
Sure. Yeah. Kind of duck under, pass through that like portal and everything, and it's like the door tries to like close shut for a moment, and then like just the spider's claw reaches through because it's following you in, so it opens back up immediately, right?
Okay.
As it hisses at you. It's going to continue moving up. I think 20. Okay. It looks around. It screeches something out into like the room, and you get the feeling that it's definitely communicating. You're not sure exactly where or with who, but like it's not just like a screech of like some mindless animal that is just like angry and hunting. Like there's a purpose to this communication.
Cool.
And then it like waves both of its weird crab hands around for a moment, and it like throws its neck back, and then the camera is just kind of like hovering overhead looking down at it, and its eyes go like bright white and they flash, and we have a giant frozen ice wall that shows up all right through here, blocking off your escape. Boy, that is vibrant, isn't it?
The vibrant stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon walls.
That's all this one's gonna do. Okay, so we pass it back along to Alira.
I'll have both of them.
What?
I'll have both of them. So it's been a very quiet fight for me.
You can't hear either of them?
Or see them.
That's really weird. Have you tried refreshing?
Yeah, I think it's on their end.
Who can't hear who?
I don't know if
What?
they can hear or see me.
Josh can't hear or see you or Riley.
Oh, I've been on mute.
Well, that's fair, but I guess, I don't know, man. I thought this Roll20 thing was working out fairly well, but maybe not so much.
I guess I'm just gonna magic missile it again.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you got yourself 5d4 plus 5 coming at it.
Alright, what level am I casting it at? Third?
No, you're still casting it at first, it's just you're a more powerful spellcaster.
Okay.
It just casts more bolt when you cast it.
Alright, and this is gonna be my last time to be able to cast it.
Alrighty. So this thing screeches, right? Again, you see like just this black ichor kind of starting to pour out of the top of it. Its spidery carapace is like dented in a couple places. It was like before it kind of like got pummeled and it reacted like a body where it like kind of bent in and took the blow, and this time you've just like crushed it like a tin can, and it's just sort of like sputtering and moving towards you.
I moved a little bit further away.
Yeah, you can feel the sheer cold kind of pouring off of that wall right now. It is about 15 feet thick, just at first glance, for how much like space it kind of filled up into that hallway, right? Like most of the wall, it doesn't really matter, but it sealed off that exit where you had before. All right, Otto. What will you do against this giant spider eel as it moves towards you menacingly?
So it says this spiritual hammer's duration is 3 rounds.
What's that?
The spiritual hammer, it's like 3 rounds duration or something.
Yeah, it's probably 3 to start.
Plus 1 round per level.
Yeah, so...
so is this like a hammer I have in my hand?
Nope, it's floating just kind of out in the ether. It's kind of continuously crashing down on this creature.
Okay,
You've set it to kill, and it's trying to kill.
So that's going to happen on top of one of my moves?
It's going like a good tink, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Like hammering a little nail.
Yeah. A little spider nail.
Oh man, do I have any extra butter left over from when I buttered up my body to get through the hole?
Oh, definitely. You were going to eat good tonight. But you got to drop this guy first.
Yeah. So this hammer goes on top of like a regular attack, I'm assuming.
What was it called again?
Spiritual hammer.
Spiritual hammer level 2 or 3?
2.
Has Josh refreshed? Because I just realized that I haven't seen him move in like 10 minutes.
I don't know. He said he can't hear or see you at all.
Correct.
He just confirmed. It doesn't actually specify, Riley. I'm going to say for now, you've set it up to attack that one. It'll keep attacking him on its own until you change it. So it takes an action for you to change it, but otherwise it keeps going.
Okay. All right, then I'll bring out my sling. Is there anything I can use as ammo?
There is definitely a few chunks of crystal around from this kind of wall being broken open, but there's not much.
All right, well, I'll use that. Start smacking them in the face.
How's that?
Any luck, Josh?
Yeah, I heard her.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I reconnected mine, so I guess that's what was wrong.
We were doing so well with this Roll20 thing. All right, so Riley, it's got a 3 AC. You've got a FACO of 15. God damn it, that's still AJ. FACO is 16. So if you're just using the regular, like, old junk you find lying around, you're looking for a 13 or higher on a D20. If you wanted to use your special blessed sling bullets, you'd only need a 10.
How many of those do I even have left?
I don't think you've used any, have you?
Well, I mean, I used them forever ago, like against that skull dude I was hugging.
Oh. Huh. I didn't deduct any from you, so let's say you have 29 left.
All right, cool. I guess I'll use those.
So we see like this moment where, Otto like looks down, looks at like, usually he would grab like a chunk of rock and just use that, and there's like almost nothing there besides just like a chunk of crystal, and he's like, no, we need the good stuff. Reaches back and brings out the blessed holy bullets.
All right. So here's one.
Okay, so that's enough where it wouldn't have been otherwise, which is exciting.
And then, oh yeah, that's a bad one.
Okay, so one goes sailing by and hits the console. Okay, just checking. So you want to do some damage with the first one, and then we also need to attack with your hammer. So your blessed sling bullets do a D4 plus 4.
Alrighty. D4.
Nice. 7 more damage on this guy. Do they do the bullets do anything special? Like, do they light up bright when they explode, or do they sing as they sail through the air, or are they just well made?
Um, I like to imagine that when they on like impact, they kind of make like little popcorn noises, like popping kernels.
I like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm about that. And then you want to attack with the hammer still too. So that's got a
Yeah,
15. That's got a 12, 12 or higher.
yeah, that's a 12. Ooh,
Oh shit, that's a crit. That's what I'm
crit,
talking
crit.
about. So it does a d6 plus a d6 plus 1 for damage. So roll 2d6 plus 2 for the crit.
Roll 2d6 plus 2.
Holy hell, that's some good damage. And what's even better is that's enough to drop our spider friend over here.
Oh snap!
So you load up the blessed sling bullets, throw two of them out. One of them explodes like a popcorn kernel, and its head goes wailing back. Right, hits the side of the wall, and your hammer just comes sliding in and smashes him, and he goes smush.
There we go. Oh man.
I actually think the ice wall stays though. I don't think it's conjuration. But yeah, when it explodes, what do you guys do? It just sort of like shudders once and drops to the ground.
I have a strong feeling it called out for help.
Whatever makes you say that.
Oh, I don't know. Oh boy.
So was the I say the party, but what are the two of you doing?
I mean, so there was like no doors or anything in that control room.
No, there's a stool and a big old console, area with a lot of like bright lights and glyphs, and that's kind of exciting.
So there's just like a hole in the ground with scorchy marks.
Oh.
Yeah, you got a room up here. You could fiddle with these controls. You got a panel that's over on this side that's doing a thing, and then yeah, you got the pit deep underground.
I think I turned to Elira and asked if she has any fire. Like, do you have fire? Mayhaps? You know, you're really good with lightning bolts. But
No, I don't have any fire.
oh jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Do I have any fire?
I have any fire?
I don't know, what kind of spells do you have?
I abstain from fire. Oh man. How sturdy does this ice wall look?
It's like almost 15 feet thick. At the section where you need to get out of through like that passageway. Squid, do you have any sort of arcana trained?
I don't think that I do. Would
Okay.
that be non-weapon proficiencies?
It would.
Then I do not.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely an argument for like magic fire probably doing a pretty good job of taking this stuff out, but if nobody has any.
If Otto wants to stand way back, I could stand right next to the wall and lightning bolt it.
Oh my gosh. Then you will die.
No balls.
Jeez.
Alright, I'm just gonna look at this control panel. I'm gonna go into the control room
Mm-hmm.
and just look at this.
Yeah, so I mean, it's very similar to the foreign language you noticed up on, this doodly over here, right? Like, there's all kinds of like glyphs and controls. A few of them look like there's pictures of like, elephants like putting on like a hula dance or something. You're not entirely sure um, what these things do, but it was definitely doing something. When you kind of stumbled upon it, it was like very cautiously, very carefully, like clacking away on the controls. You get the feeling as though you could take your time, kind of converse amongst yourself, and make an educated guess on what to do with these buttons, or you could just slam all of them and scream out ice cream,
Ice cream.
and just YOLO it.
Ice cream!
Ice cream!
Do any of the buttons look like farm animals?
Do you constitute an elephant as a farm animal?
Not really.
Okay.
Although that is
Being a farm animal if you're brave enough.
Roll a d20, Riley. Let's see if you get a 7. It's never happened before.
No.
Okay. For a moment, one of them looks a little bit like a chicken with like a wispy tail instead of feet, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, no, that's not what that is. I'm crazy.
Gee. All right. Yeah. I guess we'll just try to figure something out.
Are you going to slowly and cautiously converse with your partner to see if you can figure something out, or are you going to slam some buttons and hope something happens?
I think conversing while still also being on the lookout for this door opening up and another one of his friends coming through.
Yeah, he had been like coming through the door. Did you kind of peel him away, or is the door still currently trying to like iris shut and then not being able to because there's a body there? So,
With the elevator door just
desperately trying to close.
No, I'm gonna drag him in, kind of slather a bit of butter over a few pieces, and just kind of like take little nibbles here and there while we're figuring out these buttons.
Having some eel sushi over here, huh?
Yeah.
Man, you are brave. Okay. Why don't the two of you both make intelligence checks, looking to roll under? This is a heck of a roll.
I'm gonna fail so hard. Whoa.
Okay. So you got the 3?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm saying? So you're feeling pretty inspired, huh?
I guess so. That eel really put a pep in my step.
All right, Squid, were you gonna help out with this, or?
Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was a button to roll the intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap!
Holy smokes! Okay, so explain to me how it is you guys make sense of a lot of this gibberish and kind of come to understand that this is some sort of like powerful magical vehicle used to travel not only through space but through other planes and other times. Like, what is the rationale here?
How would I come?
I mean,
I don't know, maybe over time, staring at them for a while.
Were you
Just start
gonna say
looking
something?
more and more like animals in my head.
Were you gonna say something, Squid?
Is there a screen?
No. There's only these pile of glyphs all over the place. Yeah, so I mean, something that you would definitely remember is you looked at this plaque a little earlier, and it had some of their language as well as some of yours translated. So maybe something with that, right?
It's a good old go-go machine.
Yeah. Is there a flux capacitor wall? No, there's an orb in the basement.
So do we
Maybe-
know what buttons do what then?
You're gonna know a few of them, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out what it is that makes sense to you guys. Do you like press a random sequence and suddenly they display in common? Do you go, okay, well that elephant looking thing must mean go, and so then this tiger looking one looks like stop, and like what is the rationale for you guys being able to understand this thing?
I'm associating it with animals.
Okay, Squid, how are you doing it?
Lyra's just kind of pushing a button here and there, and you said some of the language is translating
It could
somewhere.
be, yeah, if you wanted it to.
Yeah, and then she just kind of like gets distracted by that and is reading some of the stuff. Maybe a ship's log or something.
Okay, sure. Okay, so as the two of you are like punching buttons and asking questions and going, hey, look, yeah, press, this one looks like a spider. That one probably means good. They're spiders. And you're like slamming away at buttons. Things start changing from this weird alien language into a recognizable common, which is, one of the most unlikely things that's ever happened. And you are basically presented with 5 buttons that you can press 2 of them before basically these spiders who were climbing up the ceiling are going to punch through the door and come after you. Your options are go, get at them, drop them, party mode, and energize.
Energize.
Party mode sounds amazing.
Yeah, hashtag party mode.
So you can each press 1. If one of you wants to like think about it for a moment, the other one can just slam 2 buttons at once. But those are your options. You can only press 2.
Lyra's voting on drop 'em.
All right, drop them will be one of them.
Okay.
Can I try to push multiple at once?
Party mode. Party mode.
I will tell you narratively, you would not understand this in universe. It will completely reset, and then I'll start attacking you. So, Squid, you've got your hand. Alira has got her hand over drop 'em.
I'm gonna do go.
All right, so drop 'em and go. Those are our 2. Okay. Do you slam the buttons at the same time, or do you 1-2? What's the?
Say we go.
Same time?
Go and drop them.
Yeah. Okay. You both of you make eye contact. You've made your choices. You press your buttons, and 2 things happen right away. One, all of the vents on this Spelljammer suddenly flash open, and it's just like ejecto-cedo, right? And both of these Neogi spiders just get launched off at incredible speeds in different directions. Although since this thing is ledged into a wall, they mostly slam directly into rock and are crushed. Everything besides the control room its contents are voided. So that's really cool, but also there goes some treasure. Go is exactly what it sounds like. The thing sputters up to life, and then you hear it like crunch, 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 and then it finally breaks through in this like very sharp, very crystalline sort of sound. And I need both of you to make a con save.
Why is there no saving
throw for that?
You're just rolling under your you're just looking to roll under your constitution. So 13 and under. Woo, wrong time to roll 20.
What's the name of the site?
He said the thing. Okay, so Otto, you have fortified yourself, or maybe you lean back into the chair and you're like, yes, look at me, I'm captain now. Alira, do you want to, like, face plant up against the back of the wall after this thing starts moving like 10,000 miles per hour, or what happens there? Are you just like slowly screeching down across the floor?
She is totally not expecting it, and then just like flies and slams into the back of the wall.
Sure. Yeah. So this is the Spelljammer is what's the best way to describe this thing? It's pretty much like this very dull gray, sleek, oblong, sphere, some sort of like egg or something, with just this like gnarly, like metal, like rectangle contraption that's like basically been bolted on underneath it. That's like giving it extra thrust and extra like storage capacity. So it's like, oh, this looks like so fancy and everything. Look at this like ugly add-on. They gave it a spoiler. And it just rockets out of the side of the cliff. People in town are like looking up because this looks like some sort of weird shooting star. And one of the four of you, decide amongst yourself, needs to roll me a D percentile to see just how far you landed away.
I got it.
You got it.
I got a 3.
You got a 3. Yes, you did. You did, in fact, get a 3. All right, so you landed somewhere that's never been seen before. All right, let's see.
Did I have time
Did
to
I
hit
have
party
time to
mode?
hit party mode?
You can hit party mode when you crash. Let's see. Move this up. Sorry, I'm looking at our map right now trying to figure out where the hell we landed.
Well, we should make that next session of just figuring out where we land and going from there.
Stop rushing us off the stream, AJ.
Dude, it's 10 o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock? Yeah, I got 10 more minutes here to figure out. We gotta have a better cliffhanger than just you landed somewhere. Oh, okay.
Gotta end.
That's
with
the
party
best
mode.
cliffhanger.
No, that cliffhanger's uninspired. Okay.
I thought you were going to leave off with the cliffhanger of them slamming buttons and things happened.
No, I want things to actually be resolved. Okay, cool. No, I like that a lot. There's just like a massive crater in the mountain where like two crispy dead bodies are just sort of sitting there, Weekend at Bernie's style. Maybe somebody will come back and rescue them at some point. How far did you guys get along with making your characters? Like, do you know what they are?
Yeah, pretty much found.
Yeah, like you don't need to like know all of their stats and their like full equipment or anything. I'm just wondering, like, if the party talked to them, would you be able to talk as them for a moment?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe 15, 20 minutes later, Otto and Alira have been just like, feeling this incredible amount of speed and energy kind of like coursing, humming through this ship, basically. It hasn't slowed down. It hasn't. You have had no sense of whether it's been turning or twisting or moving, right? It's just going, hence the name, right? And finally, you start to hear some resistance. This thing starts. It hits and crashes into something, and it's just this like miserable grinding noise. As you can tell, it's just drilling deeper into the earth or deeper into another mountainside or something. Wherever you've gone, you feel quite certain that it is very far away, and you are deeply buried into something, be it the Earth's crust or another mountain.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, hi. You made it. Finally, after you feel as though this thing is just going to like shudder and completely fall apart, it seems to cease moving. What do you do?
I hit
I
party
hit
mode.
party mode.
You hit party mode? Okay. The last couple minutes as this thing's been like burying itself in like, rock. It's been like the lights have been dimming and like the emergency lights kicked on and then they started dimming. Um the last thing you do, you slam on the party mode and like a little disco ball drops from the ceiling and all the lights flash like a bunch of different colors and stuff and then confetti falls out and it does Nick's little noise and then it just like dies. Like it just makes like a really sad
Just
off
like
pitch noise, sorry. And then everything goes dark.
well,
Well,
Sounds like a Fallout party.
How far down did we fall?
You are not sure. You were moving at an incredible speed for like 15-20 minutes and then it like either buried itself into like another mountain or drilled itself into the earth.
all right.
alright.
What it
What would it
take?
take
This
this
crispy
crispy
boy
boy
here.
here
Start pushing him
push
towards the
him towards
door.
the door?
It just you're going first. Okay. Yeah, so like you push him out the door, you push him away so you can get out the door.
I'm trying to push him like out the door. I'm kind of like shoving him through the
Okay.
door. Not like really fast, but just kind of like
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
you get all of him out there and he just sort of like tumbles forwards, down the couple steps, and just falls flat, right? You can see a bit of light coming in from the hole that's in, that's down here, right? Something must have ripped open this like cargo hold down here, because you're like, oh, I shouldn't be able to see anything.
All right. So are these other bodies around too?
No, both of them were ejected. So
Okay.
actually, yeah, you shoved him out to here.
I'm gonna take a few pieces for the road.
Yeah, a few of the choosiest bits.
Yeah.
Oops.
And then peer down this hole.
Okay. Yeah, so that's been like twisted, right? Instead of being like long ways, it's now directly straight up. And the whole top of it's been ripped off and it's kind of like shuttered down through the side. And there's just this like pale green light that's kind of filtering in. And you can see there's like either smoke or dust in the air, which, neither seems surprising based on the energy and method of your arrival. But you're going to have to climb up.
All right. I shall do that.
All right. Alir, are you going up with him?
Yeah, she follows.
Okay. Yeah, over the next, 5 minutes or so, just because of the fact that this is like a sheer steel wall and, not anything really fortunate or favorable to your climbing, you have, like tossed up a rope or, used some sort of grappling hook or something. You've gotten yourselves up over the top of it and, you can kind of look out over this like field. And you are definitely underground. But the only reason you know that is because there's this like bioluminescent like mushrooms and like lily pads and all sorts of this like crazy fungi, algae, and just like these curtains of like living plant matter kind of wrapping around this giant cavern. All of them, like shades of like blue and green, but all like warm blues and warm greens, not like cool and comforting, like unsettling.
What I know about these plants.
You actually have a pretty decent chance of it. Yeah, why don't you roll what the hell we got here?
Hey, I can roll herbalism, right?
Yeah, you can. Roll agriculture, if you would.
Agriculture, if I click it, let's see what happens.
Only an 80 this time. Okay, both of you have successes. You're definitely familiar with both of these things. Maybe you've just read about them. Maybe you've used them in like tonics or something before. These are all delicate, but like reasonably well described Underdark flora, right? Like in the Underdark, there is not a lot of light. So first off, like fungus thrives there, but then there's a lot of like bioluminescent fungi that are grown and cultured for the sake of providing light to the underground worlds.
Oh man,
Oh man, where are the Underdark?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely know about that, like in universe, as a very dangerous place, very unforgiving, and typically pretty dangerous.
Well,
Well,
um, do I see
do I
any
see
like
any like
paths
path?
Do
or
you, do you
just a
see
way to
what?
go? Like any path or like a way to go?
Yeah, actually, the more you kind of like study this place, are you like hopping down off of your weird little, you know, tractor trailer here, or are you like hanging out on top of it for the moment?
Just gonna kind of like look around before I even decided to jump down and.
Sure. There's actually like a lot of like reasonably well manicured paths. There's like a lot of like winding, like stone pathways that have been set. They're not like paved in the strictest sense, but it's like pond scuzz and like unwanted vegetation has been cleared away for all of these like naturally worked stone sidewalks, right, to kind of weave back and forth around all of these many pools and ponds and giant mushrooms and stuff.
Alright, yeah, I shall. Is there like any signs, any indications of like what direction something is, mayhaps? Like a little street sign.
No street signs, but there are two individuals moving towards you by the name of a woodsman type and Joshua B.
Alright, can I cast Bark Skin again?
Yeah. So, gentlemen, you are down here. I'm not sure if you chose to come down here or if you were tricked into coming down here by something, right? You know that there is a certain frog um, that kind of has been helping you survive in the Underdark for a while.
A certain, like a frog I know by name, or just I've seen him, and wherever we follow, like, oh, there's a basket of food magically.
Yeah, so you know him by his moniker of the Frog Who Lies.
Okay, that seems like
Great.
a trustworthy name.
Yeah, he's very upfront about it. He is about 8 feet tall. He stands on two legs when he desires to. He is black of skin with two obviously demonic horns kind of sticking out of his head.
But he
He's a,
hasn't
I'm
led us astray yet, or anything.
what's that?
He hasn't led us astray or anything yet.
No, so this is kind of on you guys whether this is a very new venture for you, or if this is something that's kind of been part of your background for a week or a month or a year, right? Like you could quite literally have just stumbled into this, and you're literally all you know is he hasn't killed you yet, and this is his territory. Or if you prefer, you can be a agent of his, willing or unwilling.
I'm definitely not an agent of his because I want to eat some of those frog legs.
Sure. So you kind of here by happenstance, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say pretty new.
Okay. So did you come here together, or have you forged bonds of friendship in the fires of
I'm okay with us having known each other.
Sure.
same caravan troop, same adventuring party kind of thing?
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
followers now.
What?
Not with, but
Well, yeah. So the thing I've been doing with the followers is you have to kind of ascribe yourself to some sort of cause before
right.
people start flocking to your banners. But okay. Yeah, so an adventuring party that was lost or defeated in the Underdark, you guys can figure out exactly what happened, and you've stumbled kind of into his lair, and he's made it very clear who's in charge here, who isn't, and maybe you're just out for a walk plotting his demise, or perhaps he's kind of nudged you towards, hey, go figure out what the hell just landed in my backyard.
Yeah, like this is our meal ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring out what happened.
I'm looking for allies to help me kill this frog so I can consume its frog legs.
Agreed. Well, I don't care about eating as much, but
Sure.
They look delicious, is all I can say.
So a very, very large man just clambered out of this thing that fell from the above area. And
go back.
What's that?
Go back.
And then it turned into like a tree, basically.
Tree. Name yourself.
What?
Alira's there too, right?
Stop.
Yep. Yeah, you're both there.
Yeah, she's just hiding behind the trees.
Yeah.
Tree, explain yourself or I will cut you down with my axe.
They'll do it. I've seen it.
It'll take what? 3 swift blows in order to fell a tree of your size? Maybe 4.
Very 3.
We were just having a party and something happened.
Something bad happened.
Something bad happened.
Well, you ended up here, so of course something bad happened. There's no good here.
Are you armed?
Well, I'm good. I have 2 arms.
Oh no.
My
Are you
God.
alone?
I mean, I got 1 and 2 arms, so they're together.
But
And are we ever
This is
truly
simpleton.
alone when we have our gods beside us?
oh boy, he's one of those.
Do you
He's
say
a
anything,
pious
Lyra?
simpleton.
No, she's still trying to take stock of the situation.
Sure.
I don't think we can take these guys back to the frog. This guy, he's just too simple. But we could use him.
But maybe we can get a way out of here.
Yeah.
Though I do
Can
want
we
some
approach?
frog legs.
We don't wish to harm you.
I mean,
Sure, I guess.
Alira peeks her head around from behind him at that.
You said you were alone.
I didn't say I was alone. I said, who is?
You strongly implied it.
I strongly implied nothing, sir.
Oy vey.
This tree is quite the formidable mind.
Better be careful, we better study it.
I'm gonna fell it with a herring.
Who are you two? Is there a third with you? Or a fourth, perhaps? I don't know if I can count past that.
Not anymore.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I look really sad now.
Yeah.
What happened?
Lightning bolt.
Ah, the silent killer.
Yes, lightning bolt is silent. Yes, of course.
The noisy killer. The lightning is silent, it's the thunder that's loud.
That is true.
Fair. That is fair. Would you all be willing to help us in a battle of life and death against a frogman?
What did this frogman do? Why are we battling
Holding
this
us
frog?
against our will. You're in his territory, and he does not like people in his realm.
Yeah. He ain't about that.
Oh, so he's a bad guy.
I mean,
Bad
what? His
frog.
name is the Frog of Lies?
Frog who lies?
The Frog Who Lies?
The frog
Oh, really?
that lies.
That
Frog
lies.
That Lies? Whatever.
Sorry, disembodied voice.
Well, I really don't like dishonesty.
Then you'll hate this guy.
Oh,
Help us
man.
kill him.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. He might just need a friend. You need
He needs
a
no
stern
friend. He needs
talking
death.
to.
The kind of death only a man of your stature can bring him.
Yes.
I'm lying to make you feel better.
So, are you the frog that lies then?
No, but that's exactly what he would say. Hmm.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
don't think I am.
So, have you guys been delivering this speech from, you're about 30 feet up right now because this, this
We've just
giant,
been yelling.
this
Yeah, I
giant
think it
section
was
here.
closing in, and then Alira poked her head out. And
Yeah,
I was like, oh shit.
I'm just wondering, are you helping them clamber down? Or are you guys coming up to them and trying to get up into this weird, ship thing that landed? Or,
And if they didn't attack, I would help them out.
yeah.
I'd want to investigate the ship thing that landed.
Okay. In what way? Do you want to, like, get up in there? Do you guys, like, throw them a rope or something? Or,
At least walk around it, see what it's attached to, or like if there's like a, you know, place where it's clearly being pulled by horses, because I don't understand what a rocket is or
sure.
how teleportation works at this point in time.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay, cool. So the party's like kind of coming back together as everyone's like, "Oh, what do you do? Oh, what are you? What's this? What's that?" Right? Josh, is your guy like getting up in there, or is he kind of wandering the perimeter as well?
No, he's gonna get right in there. He's not that smart.
Okay, are you guys like throwing him a rope down so we can get up there? Riley and or Squid.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I'll help them
So you
out.
toss a rope down. He's kind of like, pulling himself up. The woodsman type that is apparently a walrus is poking around. And kind of right as Josh's new character sort of gets up to the top and he looks down, just you're looking down there and you can see like way, way, way in the bottom. Because remember that this whole thing here is actually turned up on its side, and they're kind of standing in um, the rip of it, that kind of broke through like this section here. So they're not very at the tippy top, right? They're kind of standing around here. You can see that there is a, for lack of better terms, a like a furnace, right? Some sort of engine, right? And within it, you're just seeing like the reflection. I can talk. It's getting late. Of glass, but inside that glass, you see the silhouette of this little spear, and just this hairline crack kind of shoots down the center of it, and it grows really bright white. What do you do?
I jump off and dive. Hit the floor.
Do you tell them anything?
Ah!
Okay. So as you
Sounds
turn to
about
start
right.
jumping, and Otto and Alira both turn to figure out what the hell he's screaming at because you just came from there. Like, oh shit, is there another spider? Right? That little orb breaks in two, and just this rush of like glass, crystal, pyroclastic energy rips out of this thing, and all we get is this like establishing shot from like 100 feet away, where this entire ship and everything around it is just suspended in this giant crystal that's just sitting there in the middle of this otherwise beautiful and pristine underwater or underground, you know, pond puddle thing. And that's what we're
Huh.
going to call it tonight.
So wait, we
Okay.
all died again?
No, you'll make saves and, be like suspended in glass or something. We'll figure it out.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you enjoyed making your new character.
Yeah.
Y'all had to poke around it. You don't go investigating things that fall from the sky. Come on.
You don't?
I mean, I don't, but hey, I'm not an adventurer either. So, thank you all so much for playing and dealing with my murdering of some of your players. It was a good time. I love me some lightning bolt spells.
There's nothing you can do that we did not do to ourselves.
That is true. Thank you so much for everyone at home on the internet, broadcasting and coming to check us out. Appreciate all the banter, suggestions, commands, and appeals to logic, reason, and mercy. So, happy session 7. Looking forward to session 8.
See y'all in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh boy.
Let's do it.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 All right. How the hell do we end this thing?